Hi, this is Kim Munson with Dragonfly Expressions. You can reach me at www.dragonfly-expressions.com. You can also reach me at Facebook. That is under Dragonfly Expressions. You'll see like a picture of me, like a really fun photo. I've got like reddish brown hair and it's flying in the wind and my arms up in the air and have a big smile on my face. And in that photo, I'm actually out on a boat ride and the breeze is just blowing through my hair and the boat's going fast and it was just so much fun. So that gives you a visual for what to look for to find me for Dragonfly Expressions on Facebook. If you need the specific address, that is www.facebook.com/Dragonfly Expressions Reiki / and Reiki is spelled Reiki. You can also find me on YouTube under Kim Munson, and that is Munson is how you spell my last name. Again, you will want to look for that photo of the reddish brown hair flying in the wind and my arms are up, a big smile on my face, wearing sunglasses. There are a lot of Kim Munsons on YouTube, so you will need that visual to help you to find me. So this recording is part of it is gonna be a meditation, and this is just really me sharing with you my theme for 2017. Every year between Christmas and New Year's, I take 2 or 3 days to be in spiritual retreat. And it kind of varies every year, but a large portion of that spiritual retreat is spent in silence and really going within and reflecting on my life and the previous year and the upcoming year and what I might want to create and change, and also really what I love and what's working and what I want to keep the same. Usually every year I come up with a theme, kind of a slogan. I won't call it a New Year's resolution. For me, it's just a theme to help guide me, to help bring me some focus in the upcoming year. And this year, my spiritual retreat really kind of took on a life of its own. I can be very structured sometimes, and I initially had a structured idea of what the spiritual retreat would look like, but I also try to allow room for where spirit is going to guide me. And this year it was overwhelmingly, largely about the theme for 2017. And so a lot of time was really spent reflecting on this, focusing on this, and the theme. I actually knew what the theme was before I went into spiritual retreat and thought, wow, this is big. But I still want to reflect and sit with it and meditate with it and think about really what it means to me and my life and what it might look like. And so in doing that, a lot of my time was just focusing on the theme, and it, like I say, it really just kind of took on a life of its own, and really it needed to. It's that big of a theme. Of what I realized is, one, I didn't change a word of it, which was really kind of interesting. It was perfect just the way it was, so that clarity and affirmation was good for me. And I realized, wow, it's huge, it's big, it's powerful. And it became clear to me that really this isn't just for me, that this is a theme to be shared with other people, with anyone that it might resonate with, or anyone who's looking for something in their life where this theme will fit into. And I actually really see it not so much as a theme this year as more of a movement. It will require action and movement, and really a forward propulsion. I do want to clear up something real quick. Those of you who have been following me on Dragonfly Expressions and read my blogs that I put out, you already know that I have a little bit of a potty mouth. I do like to cuss. I especially like the word fuck. It resonates with me, and there's no other word with that frequency that comes even close for me. So I just want to put that out there. My intention is certainly not to offend anyone, but I want to let you know that up front so you're not taken by surprise by it. And if that is something that does not resonate with you and actually offends you, then, let's just get it out of the way and be clear about it. And this might not be the meditation and recording for you to listen to. And that's okay. Totally okay. And that's why I'm putting it out here, just so you know, if that's something that offends you, you might not want to keep listening. If you don't, or if you love it like I do, then hey, maybe you'll want to keep listening. I hope so. So I have to tell you, the spiritual retreat, the timing cosmically has been perfect. We have Mercury retrograde, which, as you know, can be a little interesting and a little challenging sometimes. But Mercury retrograde, it's a great time for all the REs, the rest, the reflect, the refigure, reorganize, release is a big one. Mercury retrograde is perfect for that. We also just had this new moon in my sign of Capricorn, which again is a perfect time to release and create the new. So the timing coming into the new year is perfect because we really have to let go of the old and the things that are holding us back, the things that don't resonate with us anymore, the things that do not motivate us anymore. We need to let those things go so that we can create a space for all the things that we do want to create and bring into our lives. It's kind of like spring cleaning. Clean out your closets once in a while so you can create room and space to put new things in your closet. So anyway, with the Mercury retrograde, it became very clear to me during this spiritual retreat that this year's movement is so big and so powerful that it's really not meant for just me, that it is meant to be shared. And that's part of my purpose in the coming year, is to share this movement with other people. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's a little uncomfortable for me, a little scary to kind of put myself out there and doing this retreat and really connecting with myself and listening to my soul and the direction I'm supposed to be heading in my life. A really loud message to share this in a verbal form, in the form of a recording, which is what this is, and hopefully, while you're listening. And because it's meant to be shared and to touch other people, not just me. It's too good, too big for that. And the perfectionistic part of me, I'm not going to lie, has been struggling with that a little bit, because it was clear I needed to put it out for New Year's Day, if possible. And I put that in there because the if possible, and of course it's possible. Hopefully, I'm going with that. But this is Mercury retrograde, and I am a little technically challenged. And, Mercury retrograde really affects communication and electronic things. And being that I am electronically challenged, well, I'm hoping for the best. But really, anything could happen. And case in point for that, as I prepared myself to start this recording And I was ready. Okay, I'm gonna do this. And damn it. Don't you know, I've got a dead battery in my recording device. I was like, really? Here we go. Mercury retrograde. Thank you so much for that. And so, I pull out my little user's guide and I'm like, okay, yay, I can recharge the battery. Okay. So I pull out the little USB thing on my recorder and hook it up to my computer. And I don't really know why, because I don't understand these things, but it says it cannot charge my battery. I was like, really? Seriously? Here we go. Thank you, Mercury retrograde, so much. So anyway, I have put a different battery in and things seem to be working. So here we go. Just so you know, part of putting this out, this is accepting the imperfection of it. I've done several meditation CDs that have been recorded, and there's usually this wonderful person who takes care of all the recording and the sound and mixes it and all this good stuff so it sounds good when it comes out. So this is a crude recording. I apologize for that up front, but don't apologize, because yet I see that's part, it's imperfectly perfect. How about that? So I hope you can put up with that, and I'm hoping for the best that this is going to be a recording that we can at least hear and understand when it's all done. So without further ado, let's move on and get on to what the theme is. You might be wondering, what is this movement for 2017 that is so wow, that is so big, that is so powerful? Here it is. 2017, the Unfuckwithable Year of Passion. Let me say it again. The Unfuckwithable Year of Passion. Let that settle a minute. Can you feel how big that is? How powerful and life-changing? So before you get into Unfuckwithable, what is this? Let me just say it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. It's not like, Barney Badass, I'm unfuckwithable, don't you fuck with me, because I'm going to fuck you up if you do. It's not like that at all. It's this beautiful, beautiful, powerful word. The definition that I found that I like best for unfuckwithable comes from Vishen Lakhiani, who wrote a book, Code of the Extraordinary Mind, and he actually devoted a whole chapter to this word, unfuckwithable, in his book. His definition of unfuckwithable is when you're truly at peace and in touch with yourself. Nothing anyone says or does bothers you, and no negativity can touch you. Wow. Right? Wow. Can you imagine a life where you are truly at peace and so in touch with yourself that nothing anyone says or does bothers you? No negativity can touch you. Wow. Vishen shares that if we care what others think of us, whether that be good or bad, whether people think highly of us or poorly of us, if we care about what they think of us, It limits our abilities. Whew. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be limited by what anyone else thinks of me. So unfuckwithable is a place where you don't need compliments or praise. Yeah, they're nice, and of course we like them because they feel good. But you don't need it. It's also a place where you don't care about criticism or judgment. Those things do not disrupt your peace. You don't lose touch with yourself if someone criticizes you or judges you. It's just basically a place of wholeness that recognizes I am whole as I am, and you are whole as you are. If you agree with me, great. If you don't, that's great too. It's okay. It just means that this is how I feel, this is what I think, and this is what I have to say. Without any judgment of anyone else if they agree or disagree. And not being thrown off or needing their praise. It can go either way. Again, wow, what a magnificent place to be and to live your life from. And those of you who follow me on Dragonfly Expressions, you know that every day I put up a daily quote. And these are always quotes that inspire me in some way. It's a motivational or inspirational quote. And you don't see the same ones over and over, but if it's a particularly good quote or something that really resonates with me, you might see it again in a year or two or whatever. And this quote stood out to me again that I think perfectly describes unfuckwithable. When you are truly genuine, there will invariably be people who do not accept you. And in that case, you must be your own badass self without apology. Whew, yes, right? I love it. That quote is by Katie Goodman. And you know, I'm just loving right now in this moment of imperfectly perfectness that one of my neighbors has chosen this moment of this divine recording to be out blowing their leaves with the leaf blower. Okay, well, we are going to move forward because we are moving into a space of unfuckwithableness, of unfuckwithability. So there might be a leaf blower in the background, and it may irritate you the same as it's going to irritate me, but because we are unfuckwithable, we are moving forward, for we are on a mission. So now we're going to move into the meditation aspect of this recording and really focus on and delve deeper into this word and this energy, this vibrational frequency of unfuckwithable. So I hope that you're comfortable. I hope you're relaxed. If you're not, do what you can to get there. Just be comfortable and relaxed. And just be fully present in this moment. And think about this word, unfuckwithable. I've given you the definition that I like. think about what it means to you. If you like that definition, or if it might mean something a little bit different to you. And think about what your life would be like if you were unfuckwithable. Think about every aspect of your life. Think about a typical day in your life. And what does that look like now? And then what would that look like from a place of being unfuckwithable? I don't know about you, but I love this word. I love it a lot. And I hope you love it as much as I do. Think about every aspect of your day. From the time you wake up, from the time you open your eyes. And think about how you typically go through your day. And think about maybe what it's like when you're finally crawling into bed at the end of the day. And what might that look like? Being unfuckwithable. Would you do things the same? Or might you do them a little bit differently? Would you greet the day differently? Would you dress differently? How would you be at your work? How would you be around your family? How would you be around your friends? If you were unfuckwithable, what would you say yes to more in your life? If you were unfuckwithable, what would you say hell no to more in your life? And just continue to think about your life and how it would be if you were unfuckwithable. If you were truly at peace. If you were truly in touch with yourself. If nothing anyone said or did bothered you. If no negativity could touch you. How would your life be? How would you live, walk, and talk in this world? Can you imagine it? Can you see it? Can you feel it? I'm going to take a few minutes and I'm going to be quiet for a few minutes. It appears my neighbor is going to continue about his business of his yard right now. But I'm going to stop talking for a few minutes and allow us the space to really connect with and align with the vibrational frequency of unfuckwithable. And during this time, some of you might see colors, you might see images, you might see words, pictures, you might hear sounds and messages, sounds other than this mower that's going on now. But you may very well hear sounds and messages. Some of you might be like, yeah, I got nothing. Ain't nothing happening. I don't see nothing. I don't feel nothing. I don't hear nothing. Ain't nothing happening. And if that does happen to you, please know that it's okay. Whatever happens during this time, it's all okay, and you're not doing it wrong. Some people just receive information differently. And I know for myself personally, some really profound attunements in my life. I was one of those that didn't see, hear, or really feel anything going on. And in those moments, if that happens to you, a lot is actually happening. Sometimes our spirit just wants to get us completely out of the way so that we cannot interfere with the pure frequency. So don't feel like nothing's happening or that you're doing it wrong if that happens to be the situation for you. You're still receiving very powerfully, probably in a much more pure way because you can't interfere with it. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to align ourselves with the vibrational frequency of unfuckwithable. We will just merge with that energy and embody it. And I'll lead us through that a little bit, and then I will be quiet and just let each of us merge with and align to unfuckwithable in the way that is best for us. And if your mind gets distracted, please don't beat yourself up about that. We have so many thoughts going through our minds in every single minute of every single day. And that's okay. It is not reasonable to think or expect that your mind is going to be clear for any length of time, because most likely it's not. So if you find that you're getting distracted and it's hard to focus, just bring your attention back to the word unfuckwithable. And you can say it out loud if you want to. You can repeat it silently to yourself if you want to. Unfuckwithable. 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 Allow your mind and your body to relax. Allow yourself to merge and become one with the vibrational frequency of unfuckwithable. Allow the frequency of unfuckwithable to flow through your body, spreading out and through every single cell in your body. And as the frequency of unfuckwithable is moving through your entire body, your entire system, your organs, your muscles, your cells, allow it to also accompany all the space around you. Feel yourself completely embodied and resting in unfuckwithable. Notice any feelings or sensations or images that arise as you align yourself in every part of you, your mind, your spirit, your body, your emotions, your soul. Every aspect of you is being aligned with unfuckwithability. I'm going to be quiet now for a few minutes and allow you to absorb and align with unfuckwithability. Receive the energy and vibration of unfuckwithability now. Wow. I don't know how you're feeling, but I certainly feel differently and honestly kind of a bit supercharged. It's okay if you don't feel that way, if that's not your same experience. Perhaps it's calming to you. But anyway, unfuckwithable. So another big word in this year's movement is passion. And for me, the definition that really kind of I came up with and kind of resonates with me the most is that which motivates your heart, mind, body, and soul. It's basically when your soul speaks so loud to you, you have to listen and you have to honor it. And when I initially sat with the word passion and reflected on what it meant to me and the things that I am passionate about, I was automatically drawn to the positive aspects of passion and the things that feel good and that get me excited. And it's almost like it takes no energy. They're effortless and you could just keep doing it and it makes you smile and feel good and happy inside. And as I sat with it further, I started to play with the negative, or what seemingly negative aspects of passion. The things that really, piss me off. Anger and rage, and somewhere along the way in life, I learned that really wasn't acceptable. And wow, I just realized that the things that are really extremely upsetting to us have something so valuable to teach us if we are able to go a little deeper and look past the initial anger and rage. And what you usually find, the truth behind anger is pain, a really deep, big pain and fear. And if you really stop and look at that, that is a huge, huge motivator of our soul. Is it not? It can really serve, one, to move us away from things that aren't so good for us. But can also, if you're willing to go a little deeper and explore it a little further, show you the truth about what it is you're passionate about. I'll give you an example. I have a friend who recently was just really angry. And she was so angry and mad at something that was happening in her life, and more so something that was happening to someone she loves and cares about. And as I was talking to her, and I didn't know it was okay to be angry, I was like, well, you know the truth behind anger, right? Which she didn't. But once we got to exploring the hurt and the fear, we realized what a huge passion she has for her family and for the people that she loves and cares about, and how much she wants their well-being. So don't suppress what seems to be not positive that's coming up for you. Things that trigger you have very valuable lessons for you as well, and are I'm going to say, a really powerful way of motivating and awakening our hearts, our minds, our bodies, and our souls. So, in tying that in with unfuckwithable, it's really coming from the place of being unfuckwithable and following the passions of your heart, mind, body, and soul from an unfuckwithable place. Why don't we go ahead and take a few minutes now and go ahead and think about passion. Let's delve a little deeper into that, reflect on that a little more. Search within your own heart, within your own mind, within your own body, within your own soul. What motivates you in both a positive and a negative way? What puts a smile on your face? What makes you feel happy and light? What feels almost effortless to you, but in a way, not a lazy way, in a way that you want to do it, and it just automatically pours forth from you? Passion doesn't have to be this big booming thing. In fact, you might overlook things on a daily basis that really are your passions. What is it that you can't wait to do? Who can't you wait to see? Who do you love to be around? What just gets you so damn excited that you suddenly have limitless energy? And then likewise, what just irritates the ever-living snot out of you? What makes you feel angry? What triggers you and makes you feel a rage boiling inside of you that becomes so large you cannot squash it? You cannot be quiet. You cannot keep it down and keep it inside anymore, nor should you. What stirs you up? It's okay. It's okay. Whatever it is, both positive and negative, it's okay. And think about what passions do you want to give more attention to in 2017? What do you feel burning inside of you? Or maybe it's a small little nudging. A small little nudging. But it catches your attention. That quiet voice that you've been too busy to really listen to. What is that quiet voice whispering to your heart? Where do you feel compelled in your life? What do you feel compelled to say yes to more? What resonates with you that you want to say yes, yes, yes? What do you dare to say yes to? And likewise, what stirs up your soul in a way? What do you want to say hell fucking no to? No way. Nada no more. Mm-mm. So being the quote person that I am, I've got a quote for passion too. And there is a quote that for me embodies passion. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. And that is by Anaïs Nin. Hope I'm saying that right. This is my hope. This is my wish for you for 2017. That you will no longer remain in a tight bud. That your mind, your heart, your body, and your soul will be moved and motivated to such a point that it will be, yes, far more painful to remain tight in that bud than it will be to risk the blossom. Even if you don't fully blossom, you just let one little petal come out on that blossom. Or maybe you're just going to have a new leaf sprout alongside that blossom. It's okay if it's a little baby step, as long as you are being fueled by the passion of your heart in the direction of your soul to take a step forward. And that is what this recording is for me. And I thank you. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for the time you've given. I thank you for hearing me, for listening. I hope that this will resonate with you and speak to you. And if it didn't, that's okay. That's okay too. Totally okay. I'm not sure exactly where this is going to go. I kind of see this growing and evolving throughout the year, and wanting to provide a network, a safe place for people who want to have an unfuckwithable year of passion, who want to own that and claim that for themselves, who want to grow towards that goal, who want to join me in this journey. And that may eventually come to be a private Facebook page where we can all kind of post our thoughts and insights. We'll see, depending on what happens with this. I suspect there will be more recordings. Hopefully they won't be as crude as this one, and hopefully we will not have a daggone leaf blower going in the background of it. Oh my goodness. But it is what it is. What it is, what it is, and it ain't what it ain't, right? So, anyway, I thank you so much, and I wish you much peace and many blessings and much unfuckwithableness and much passion in the coming year and beyond. Namaste.